that private property ownership, which is one of the fundamental elements of capitalism, is a really important market incentive to encourage people to work efficiently and be more productive, right? The money you made through your hard work is yours, and that drives innovation and development. I believe we, as policy students, consumers, and activists, can explore the solutions more effectively if we position the market economy almost as a given and search for possible market tools and, at times, regulatory tools to achieve equality.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And when I mentioned democratic socialism, I'm really thinking about sort of a cultural change. I'm really thinking about how do we change how we really regard things. I think it's absolutely true that to some extent, you might think there's no stronger motivator to someone trying to find the cure for cancer than the possibility that they might be rich and famous someday. Some people might say that it's human nature. And, although it may be sort of ignorant of me to even hope for this, I would like for us to change as a culture in such a way that an even stronger motivator, for us to try to find the cure for the various kinds of cancer is that many, many lives would be saved and that, people would be preserved. I'm sort of getting a bit philosophical with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
like you always do.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, practically speaking, I really don't see, I agree, I don't really see us taking it away from capitalism entirely. I do believe at least that it's possible, and I'm hopeful that we can change, like I said, how we regard people in the process.
I just had a quick follow-up. So, when you're talking about these, political revolutions that might potentially happen, are you thinking of, bottom up? I'm just wondering, what you're imagining, because it's a very interesting idea, and I'm just...
It's a vision I've had before as well.
Well, look, I think there are many different ways, that these kinds of things can happen. I believe strongly in grassroots movements.
Right.
The problem is that it's sort of easy to stop them. That's why you've never really been able to see a country of really, really disenfranchised people sort of achieve a real sense of, I can't remember, Cornel West came up with that word. I can't remember what the word was. But, it's just difficult, I think, for grassroots movements to get to a point where they can truly overturn the really negative effects of capitalism. So I think it would be nice if it happened. I just know that it's very difficult.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. That was a really great, engaging conversation. I hope everyone enjoyed listening. I hope you go see the movie. Sorry to bother you. I actually hope you see it twice because a lot of things happen. It's hard to catch all the subtleties in one go. Thank you, David, for being on the show. Thank you, Stormy. And a special thanks to our audio engineer, Julian Lake, our guests, David McMillon and Stormy Kim, editors, Emma Van Lieshout and Miranda Zhang, and this is your host, Anna-Elise Smith. Until next time, stay poppin'. This has been Popcorn Policy.
Hey, this is Dave McMillon. I don't know why I couldn't think of this word earlier, but basically I was thinking of self-determination. So it's just very difficult for ordinary people to engage in self-determination and the kinds of systems that we exist in today. And that's basically what I was trying to argue.
That's it for another episode of UC3P. Come back next week when you'll finally hear the return of our much beloved show, Naked Love. They're doing another Valentine's Day special, and we're all excited to hear how it goes. By the way, it's coming out on Thursday, so whether you have a special Valentine or you're going hard with all your Palantines, make sure to tune in. But I know, there are a bunch of you who can't wait until Thursday. In that case, on Sunday, you can check out the next episode of Just China. It's going to be a deep look at China's cashless economy. I know you won't want to miss it, so make sure you subscribe to Just China on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. Stay tuned. We'll be back before you know it.
Hey UC3P listeners, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Nick.
In the United States, public faith in the military remains sky high, while trust in other government institutions sinks to an all-time low.
At the same time, fewer than 1% of Americans will ever serve in the armed forces, and the cultural divide between active duty troops and the civilian population continues to widen.
UC3P presents a new series, Thank You for Your Service, where we take a deep dive into the complex world of civil-military affairs.
We'll address the politicization of the military, defense policy in the news, and the importance of staying informed in a democracy.
Join us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts as we explore how our professional military institution relates to the society it serves.